Yeah. For a sound test. Oh, they can't hear you. Okay. So professional. Oh shoot, something came up. Hold on. Set up professional audio and audio settings. I don't know. So we're live. All right. So I guess today we'll probably talk about I think the topic was K20 Head Swap build and then like future goals or future mods for the car. Uh, I guess your car, my car, what we plan on doing with the head, different configurations. I think because I think me, I don't know if you're going to end up porting, but I know with me, I'm just going with a stock head. I thought about the ported head when I was talking to Ford Piston about their head. They did offer me a because I hit them up. I said, "Hey, do you have an RBC?" And they're like, "No, not a stock one. We have one fully ported, oversized valves. They put the springs. I think we got competition valves and all kinds of stuff, fully assembled, ready to ship to me. I think with the core, um, they were gonna charge me 3,000. Without the core, it was like 3,700. I think that core was, but I just felt like that was a little too steep for, especially like I didn't have the R40 head sold completely 100%. The guy just put a deposit. So if I had that upfront money of the R40, I might have spent the extra, was it 2 grand to get the fully built head, but I don't know. I just decided to go the cheap route, I guess. So, and I think we're just waiting for Barry to get his audio thing fixed. Oh shoot, you still there, Barry? I guess not. Hold on, let me go to YouTube, see if you guys are typing anything. Maybe I can answer some of you guys' questions. Right. Turn that shit down. All right. I think Ben and Dexter is the only ones here so far. What up, guys? I don't know how delayed this is though. I waved. 10 seconds. Damn, that's a big delay. Damn, that's like a 30-second delay. Actually, let me sign in on my computer. What up? What up? Let me sign on my computer so I can follow the chats. I think there's a huge delay on the phone.
In business network and connect it all at Square.
That. All right, cool. Why is okay? All right. Well, as we're waiting for Barry, just hit me up if you guys had any questions. I don't want to really start tell him about anything important without him here. So if you guys have any questions or about like what I plan on doing cabs, what valves I went with, valve train, anything or any questions about anything, I'd answer. I'll go on a rant about anything really.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Fueling issue. Did I have a fueling issue? I think the last fueling issue I had was with. I don't think I posted it. Yeah, everything with the fuel is good. I'll talk about the setup.
Okay, I'm
I have
coming
the
through
DW
finally.
400 pump.
Thank God.
DW had a kit with the pump, so they had the whole enclosure. We switched that out, the whole enclosure with the pump, with the OEM stuff. So we switched that out, and then I went with the radium. The container we went with is a triple fuel pump, but I only put dual in it, so it's dual Walboro 450. And from there, we got the fuel going up to the fuel rails and return back. But no issues with fuel now. The only thing that we
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. It's weird. I don't think they can hear you now. Hans, can you hear me? Let's just go save my system. Let's see what this does. Yo, can you hear me, Hans?
let me text.
This is freaking annoying. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Yo, can you hear me, Hans?
Let me text. Can you guys hear me? Hold on, let me check something. My mic's up. It says I'm up. Hey, we should have Nate join since Jose's not coming. Okay, gotcha.
Hans, can you hear me? Hans, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah, but now they can't hear you, and then I can't. What the hell? This shit was so simple.
My mic's up. It says I'm. They said they can hear me now.
Hans, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah, but now they can't hear you. Yeah. What the hell? So let's see. What the hell is that? This is bullshit. I understand why I'm having so much trouble with this today. Testing 1 2 3. Hans, can you hear me? Okay. So device for EQ Mac.
How about now, Daxter? Can you hear us? Hans, can you say something? This is what happens when you don't get enough sleep, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna try to do a little talking here just to see. Hans, can you say something real quick? Because apparently he can hear me.
This what happen when you don't get enough sleep, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna try to do a little talking here just to see. Hans, can you say something real quick? Because apparently he can hear me. This what happen when you don't get enough sleep, dude.
Yeah, they can't hear you. One more setting to change. All right, I think this is the right way to do it. Can you say something, Hans?
Yeah, they can't hear you. One more setting to change. All right, I think this is the right way to do it. Can you say something, Hans? Yeah, they can't hear you. One more setting to change. All right, I think this is the right way to do it. Can you say something, Hans? Yeah, they can't hear you. One more setting to change.
It's like looping. Now it's just looping. Anyway, dude, this is sucking. Oh. Echo. Yeah. I think it's either stuck on a loop or Hans is playing the stream and I'm playing the stream. Dude, Hans, can you hear me? Yeah, I think it's either stuck on a loop or Hans is playing the stream and I'm playing the stream. Dude, Hans, can you hear me? Yeah, I gotta get your audio over there basically. Um, speaker. Hans, can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Can you say something right quick?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
That would be the low tech solution. I think they can hear us both now, but now we can't hear each other. I mean, at least I can't hear you.
Yeah, I could hear you.
This is bullshit. That's what happens when you install updates, people.
Testing 1, 2.
That would be the low tech solution. All right, so yeah, they can basically. Yeah, basically now they can hear us both,
All right.
which is great. That's great. I'm not sure here. How do I get audio here? I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. I'm sorry about this all these audio problems. I know you guys can hear me, and that's really cool. Um, but I can't hear Hans at this point, which is making for a pretty complicated problem.
What's up, man?
You know what, Hans? I'm gonna invite you back in.
Okay.
I think I have a solution for this problem. Give me a hot second. Okay, so the question really is, how do we get, so you guys can hear me right now, and I'm sorry, we have I'm on. I can see you guys can hear me. I can get Hans's audio to come in. Hans, I sent you the link. I can get his audio to go into the stream, but then I can't hear him. Um, this thing was pretty much set to go last time. Yeah, and I'm in the IT field. Oh, there he goes. Hans is back. Gonna do the old.
All right.
I
Can you hear me?
stuff you. Dude, can you I can't hear you still, which is BS.
Yeah, I could hear you.
Um,
Testing 1 2 1 2. Yeah.
but you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right. So can you still hear me, Hans? Probably not. You can hear me now.
Yep.
Settings. Yeah, you can hear us both, but then I can't hear him. Oh, default. Hans, can you hear? Can you say something real quick?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Can you say? I can hear you, but let me see if they can hear us. Can you say something again? No, they they still can't hear you. Say something again. Mm-mm. see if my problem is here. Let's try this. Can you try something? Say something again? No. Nada. Try saying something again. Okay. I think they can hear you.
I think they can hear us both. Okay. I think they can hear you.
Do another test, Hans.
I think they can hear you. Do another test, Hans.
I don't know, dude. I might just quit on this. I'm freaking tired. Oh man. Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. I'm really sorry about this one. Let me try one other thing. So at this point, we might be able to get something done with a different microphone. Give me a hot second. One of these two mics will have some juice in it. Okay. I reloaded. Microphone, Blackmagic Design. Hans, can you say something again real quick? I think we're good. I think we're good. The problem was, I think I was trying to use the AirPods for audio, for whatever, mic and speaker.
I think we're good. I think we're good. The problem was, I think I was trying to use the AirPods for audio, for whatever, mic and speaker.
All right, can you say something, Hans, again? Oh.
I think we're good. I think we're good. Yes, I think I was trying to use the AirPods for audio. All right, can you say something once again?
I don't know. It's not coming up on my phone. I mean, it's not, whatever. Can you guys hear us both? I don't know what to do at this point. It's all bullshit. Speaker. Can you say something, Hans?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That I don't have this many problems usually. But anyway, this microphone looks like it's dying. Yeah, this microphone is dying. Can you hear Barry, but not much from Hans? Okay. So now we're back to square one. can you say something again, Hans? $13? Can you say 13? Yeah. This whole whatever stream today is going to be all about, what's the word? Technical difficulties with Zoom and not car shit. Default. Come on now, can you say something now? This should be here. I think it's my EQ Mac was broke. Let me force close this thing. Yeah, I know there's a lag. I think it's about 15 seconds of a lag. Force quit this program because I think this program's not helping us. Okay. So now open that thing again. Then my camera's dying. And let's go back to Mike. Can you say something against Hans? Okay, that's sort of working. Sort of. All right, can you say something again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Try it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We're good. We're good. We're good. Dang it. Now the audio mixing program just like took a dump. Oh, Nate, you're here. Maybe Nate wants it. Nate, are you around? Or are you not around? Now I gotta change my battery. Let's see. Anyway, so let's just start talking about something because people have been waiting, and sorry for everybody who's been waiting. Are you good with that, Hans?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Fuck. What a nightmare. Yeah. Sorry, everybody. I don't normally have these many problems with the stream, but things crash, things break, and there was one program that basically grabs the audio from Zoom, and that program failed on us like midstream. So that being said, I kind of want to get this thing rolling because I'm sorry you guys have been waiting around for a while. So Hans got some work done with the head, and his build in like what, like it's been what, a couple of weeks since you guys got dyno tuned? When was it?
What's 10-1? About 2 weeks,
Wow.
something like that.
So obviously you got the four piston ported head. You got a good deal on it. You're like, might as well try it. Um, Now let's not go into like fine detail, like, oh hey, but like what happened as far as the build went, and what was the result?
Um, yeah, so basically the four piston head, when we were adding timing and fuel, um, we're adding more timing. Yeah, of course, we added more boost. When Derek was adding timing, he was adding like 3 to 5 degrees timing. Nothing was changing in the power. No significant change. So that was telling us that we're getting all the input in for air and fuel because my duty cycle was real high. So, my previous dyno, my duty cycles was running in the low 60s, 50s, or whatever, and that was on lower boost and like 17 pounds of boost, and this one was at 21 pounds of boost. Bigger injectors doesn't require a lot of duty cycle, but we're pushed close to 80% duty cycle, like 70 something, and more timing. But adding all that didn't allow any horsepower increase. So we were thinking that the exhaust side of the head wasn't flowing as well as not allowing all the exhaust to come out. So that's basically what happened. Is the head is still restrictive. I did call for piston and asked them, discussed a little bit around with them. They're like, yeah, the head was basically designed for turbo guys, and they're basically saying it was never intentionally designed for supercharged guys like us. So
So hold on. So the head from the factory, or the head that
from the
they
factory,
modified?
even them modifying, they said the design would have never been good for supercharged. But
Okay.
it's not their job because I didn't buy it directly from them. They already knew I had the four piston ported head, so they're not going to tell me like, they don't know 100% either. So they're just like, yeah, give it a shot, see if it flows better. But when they said they ported the head and stuff like that, it was mostly for the turbo guys.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if there are any like turbo guys out there who are like want to try it out. The guy who bought the head from you, is he boosted or NA?
I think he's turboed. I think I gotta double check.
Got it.
A lot of turbo guys did hit me up and like Junior wanted he was thinking about buying it, and he's pushing same power as I am. Actually, he's pushing more power than I am, and he wanted to try it out. But I told him, so already put a 50% down payment on it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I want to take back that offer. So
Yeah,
we'll
you gotta
see.
kind of stick to your word. If someone like, that's a lot of money, Hey, here's all this money.
Yeah.
It's kind of shitty. I mean, I know Junior's like you two are tight, but it's just like whatever.
Nah. Plus, he was like, because I told him I was like, hey, there's peak. Because when he first initially, I told him about it. He said, yeah, I'm thinking about getting it, but then like, I told him I was like, hey, I got a lot of interest, so if he didn't have the money then and there, so people offered me money and offered me, basically it's first come first serve. So I was trying to get rid of it and use that money to get the K20 Head.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, especially you're trying to move fast with this, so you need to sell something to pay for the stuff that you're trying to do right now, or at least
Yeah,
like optimistically speaking, like you don't want to keep dumping money out of your pocket into something just because you
yeah,
didn't get the result you wanted.
yeah. The guy put a 50% down payment, so that basically paid for the head for now. And then the next 50% will probably be paid for the valve train components.
Yeah.
So I lose a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah, I mean,
So
and I think in the end, like, we talked about this. I don't know if it was the last live stream or the one where like I had the head out here, and like I just, like, when I first really started messing around with this car, like after I got it from Jose and like it was supercharged, I was starting to get a sense that no matter what we did with the exhaust, there was an optimal point, and once you reach that,
Yeah.
you're you made it. And um, and I'm talking about like our build. I'm not talking about turbos. I'm not talking about NA. I don't know what's going on with those guys, but because I remember at one point I put the full race 3-inch exhaust and I lost power, and I was like, why? Like that should make no sense. Matthew Fuller says, sorry to hear the 4-piston head Z7 didn't work out. Hans.
Yeah, that's cool. It was an experiment. I had high hopes for it, but I guess we're getting air in. That's not no doubt. The Z4 or the Z7 head is good. We're getting air in. It's just not escaping. So I mean, that's our issue right now. Even Derek was like, we could have changed the pulley if we had time, but he was like, we could cram more air in there. We'll get very minimum gains. It'll just cause more pressure, more back pressure, and it'll cause more trouble. So I was like, all right, forget it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Ben's asking like if we think it works better with turbo because of scavenging. Yeah, basically the turbo is basically sucking the air out the backside, really hot, uh, low pressure environment for the air to actually escape through. And the efficiency of the turbo is very different too. Um, the one thing that I wanted to try desperately, but I kind of don't care about it anymore, is a very low boost on a 2300. And by very low boost, I mean like 14 psi, which is, I guess that's low considering like we're both running like close to like 20 psi. Because you're sort of getting the same turbo efficiency effect where you're not putting so much pressure in the chamber, but you're getting CFM through. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like I'm kind of like he was like, okay, I'm gonna go do that, spend like $500 on a dyno tune, and then go back and see what happens. But eventually, I'm gonna go K20 head swap anyway. So it's like, why bother? Like.
Yeah,
Nathan says, heads make torque, though both of you guys build are extremely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think this head was designed for torque too, and that's you can see that with like I think when the guys are doing the K20 head swap, they lose a little bit of torque, but they just gain power. They gain a lot of power.
yeah. I mean, I was doing a comparison with Tony's build. His first dyno that with Derek, he was pushing 500 wheel. And I was actually making more power and torque, even with the restrictions from Derek on my stock motor, all the way up to like, I think it's about 6,000 RPM or something like that. And, we were making more power, but, more power, horsepower and torque. And then once we crossed that point, of course, he just runs off with it because the efficiency of I guess, the head. But by the time I hit 7,200 RPM, my power starts flattening, and then by the time I hit 78, it's already going down a little bit. So
yeah, well, that's my thing. What I mean, we revved it to like I think 8,500, and there was nothing but like embarrassment up there. So I kept it like I think 82, and I don't like usually when it's because our red line literally ends at 8,000. When I see the needle going there, I start shifting already. So
yeah,
I end up like shifting early. Like I'll shift at like 78, 77. It's just like whatever. Like I'm not even mad with myself. Because it's more important to keep your engine than to blow it up.
yeah,
Yeah. So you're doing the head swap. You're trying to get it done quick. Like honestly, like it's like this thing left such a bad taste in your mouth that you're just like I gotta like wash myself. I gotta shower up and like
yeah, because
move on to K20 head swap.
it set me back a lot. It all started with the putting the wrong tensioner that set us back about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then after that, I was like, we're good to go. The head should be good. Because I was supposed to come back with a bang. I wanted to make a decent amount of horsepower so I could start racing these higher end cars. And, it's just content for my YouTube channel and Instagram. And, when I got the numbers, yeah, I made a little bit more power, but it wasn't enough to justify how much money I threw at it, with all the upgraded the cooling system, bigger throttle body, upgrading the fucking fueling system. I did everything possible to give all the right needs for the motor to make the power. I wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna lack this, lack that. I don't want to lack air coming in. I didn't want to lack fuel. So just throwing all that kind of money, and then just to get 13 more horsepower and 4 more torque, it was kind of disappointing. So I want, hopefully before it gets too cold up here, hopefully by end of November or end of October, early November, the car should be done, and I should be able to get it retuned. And I think in November we still meet around here, and hopefully I could still do some content for YouTube and before I put the car in the garage. Because wintertime, I'm not driving it. I'll drive around the block, but I'm not getting winter tires or anything like that. I'm not doing that this winter. So
No. Okay. No, I mean like that will make your car last a little bit longer too. I don't know, maybe not. Whatever. I'm just it's a built car, and like I think, and that's what I run into, realizing like how much money we spent on it. It sort of makes it like, you know, you want to save that car for the purpose that you built it for, not
yeah,
for being in bumper to bumper traffic. And that's why I got the Mini Cooper to like drive around and shit. Um, so it's like I'm back to where I was with the building cars and getting a second car. Just
yeah,
and it's it comes with the territory. Like like oh, Ben guy wants to know if you got a beater.
yeah. So I did have a 2017 Ford Fusion hybrid that I was driving around that I bought almost 2 years ago, and I just recently sold it because my sister was giving away her '03 Civic. She gave it to me for free, so saving money, I sold my Fusion, which I actually got money back. So basically, the how much I owed, you know, they gave me more than I owed. So I made money on it. Well, I didn't make money, but I got that back, and then I got a free car out of it. So I'm driving a older Honda Civic now. Still good on gas, not as luxurious, of course, but Fusion was a good car. It was a great car, but I'm trying to save money, reduce my monthly expenses because I spend a lot of money on this car, and I'm just trying to cut everything back. So yeah, so I do have a beater. It's a '03 Honda Civic.
Yeah. Well, do you know what it is? Like I know you say you want to do like get your car right, do the content for YouTube and stuff, but I mean I think people appreciate also the dropbacks, like when you talked about like how you guys fucked up the and got the wrong tensioner. um I think people learn more from that, and they appreciate that more than like, oh, like this car is always perfect, it's fine, it's
Yeah,
always perfect. And like, so don't stop making content because the car's not where it's at. um but Ben wants to see a post of your beater, I guess. So next time you go on Instagram, post your beater.
oh yeah. I never posted the Fusion on there. I should have. It was a nice car, man. It's a real
Yeah,
nice
do
car.
whatever. Like, it's your lifestyle, like I think people kind of want to. Well, it gets to a point like people, like I got to a point like I got tired of seeing orange pictures on my stream on Instagram. Like, dude, I gotta
Yeah,
post some other shit. So I was posting like, I don't know, what was some like my drinks, my watches and shit. Um,
yeah.
Cause I have other hobbies, dude. Just this is the big hobby. This is the hobby that takes over for everything.
Expensive.
Yeah, yeah. Like I almost sold the watch because I wanted to buy the Mini Cooper, but I was like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
sell the watch. I sold the Supercharger instead.
Yeah, I mean, I think after doing this head swap, I think I'm done with the car for a while. Power wise, I still got the like the aero front lip and stuff. You know, the one that you got,
Hmm.
and I'll probably get RPF ones, get wider tires, but that's probably it. Other than that, power wise, I think because once we do the head swap, I'm switching the pulley to a 2.8 pulley. I'm just maxing out the 1900, and hopefully it gives me good numbers, and hopefully I could get good tire setup where I get decent traction for road racing, and just
Yeah.
go from there. But in terms of throwing more money at it, like I thought about it. I thought about getting so four piston when I was talking to them. They're like, because I was trying to find a RVC head, and I just might as well hit up four piston because I hit up other places, and they're like, no, we don't have a stock one. We have one highly modified. We have one that's we ported the shit out of it, and it's oversized valves, competitive valves, for our competitive valves or whatever. They had the valve springs we got. They maxed it out, but with a core, it was still like 3 grand.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Wow.
man, I don't know. 3 grand is steep. But then I was like, well, this car is built if I wanted to put cams in it later and blah blah blah. But then I was just like, man, I can't. Like at this point, I gotta focus on other stuff. I already threw too much money, so I was just like, forget it. Let me just get the stock K20 head. I saw how much Tony was making, and he's just on a regular K20, motor, and he's making good power. So I was just like, you know what, with this head, I think I can make the power that I want, and just go with it and not worry about it anymore. So
Yeah, dude. Honestly, at one point I was like, maybe I should just do the head swap and like not even bother building it. But it's gonna get built. But you do gotta find places to say like, all right, how much is enough for me?
yeah,
And dude, like, you see it. Like, I drive my car all the time, and like, I'm still in my head. I'm still telling myself like, why do you want to keep building? The car is
yeah,
like, when I first started building that car, it's like the goal. That's where the car is now. Like that clutch is like really good. Like
mm,
the FX300 is really good. Like just for something you drive often, it's a good clutch. But that's gonna be my limiting factor. Like I'm gonna probably go as about as high as an FX400 clutch because I don't want to do a twin disc clutch shit. Um, and see where the power ends there, and that's it. Because I do want to drive my car often. I enjoy it. Like
yeah,
even like just we're gonna go down the street, grab some food, but I'm gonna like just bam, like haul ass on the way there or haul ass on the way back.
yeah.
But yeah, Ben wants to know how's the new clutch for you.
At first, I hated it. I was actually, yeah, I was thinking about it, but I wasn't gonna do it. I was thinking about getting go to like FX 500 because Junior put a 500 and he said it felt normal, like a stock clutch.
Wow.
Probably just feels like our FX 300, 400 that we had. So I was going to do that, but then I say about 1,000 mile mark, either I got used to it or it got broken in, and it is a stronger pedal feel, but I'm used to it and it's livable now. And at first in traffic, I was like, oh my god, I can't. Like I remember I was riding with my dad. I was like, Dad, you're gonna have to switch. My knees are killing me. I can't do this no more. But now I'm doing it and it's fine. I love the way it engages when you're shifting gears. It is a precise, it's like so precise. The minute you shift the gear and you put that let go of the clutch, I mean, it grabs and it goes. I love it, man. I love it. It's a good clutch. I really like it. No chatter, no nothing, and it grips really well. So I think just you got to get used to the first break-in period, and after that, I mean, I got used to it. So I like it. I wouldn't get it if you're not making power. Like, don't get it if you're having 300 wheel horsepower. Get it if you need it. It's fine. Don't get it if you don't need it. If you're not going to be pushing power, 600 wheel horsepower with over 400 torque, 450 wheel torque, then don't get it. Just get an FX 300, 400, even a 500. I think you should be good.
Yeah, dude, I'm still actually shocked, like how well this clutch is holding up. For me, um, because I'm getting close to like 300,000 miles, dude. Not I'm sorry, 30,000 miles, not 300. 30,000 miles, and like just it's not like I'm like nice to it or whatever. Maybe I don't know. When I take the clutch apart, I'll see how it looks. Cause like everyone said that you were like an animal to your clutch, and like your clutch came out looking like brand new or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's they were shocked. I mean, it's a man, Clutch Masters, I've used them for a long time. I've used other clutches. It's just like my AMSOIL. Like I've used so many different oils, and AMSOIL has always been good to me, and Clutch Masters has always been good to me. I mean, I don't know. I like Clutch Masters. The engagement's fine. I think they really engineered the clutch for. They really engineered it, and I rarely hear problems with it, especially nowadays. So
Yeah, yeah. Ben's asking, is that a puck style?
400, yes,
Yeah, the 400. Yeah.
4 or 500 is puck, and it feels just like a 300. There's no difference,
Hmm.
zero difference.
Yeah. So I know you like we're talking about going back to Teledragon, and that's just making up for the fact that last time I didn't drive down, and I ended up using Jose's daughter's Mini Cooper for that. Um,
Yeah.
so it'd be nice if you came, dude. We're not going to the Teledragon until Saturday, so um, I think I decided to drive down. This is like, guys, this is at the end of October. I'm going down to North Carolina. I guess you call it North Carolina. End of October. Bring the car. Um, and the plan is to just do the Teledragon with the car the way it is, and I'm looking forward to it. It should be some nice fall colors, and get some videos of that. Have some fun, and basically make it a weekend trip and drive back on Sunday or whatever. But dude, if you can make it, that'd be cool. You know,
I won't have a car.
yeah, you could use the Mini Cooper. uh, or you just whatever drive on, like you could drive up my car, dude. Just don't kill yourself. That road is crazy, dude.
Yeah, I've seen videos.
Somebody, are you using a street flywheel? Oh, I think that's a lightweight flywheel that comes with the twin disc,
Yeah,
right?
all twin discs come with actually all 700 series because they even have a hyper single. All the 7 series and above come with their own flywheel, and they're all lightweight.
Yeah. The
Anything
I did talk to Clutch Masters, and they told me that when I go whatever FX 400 or 500 to go with the lightweight flywheel. I don't know if that's what Junior did.
yeah, not sure if he did or not. I know with my build, I had the heavier one
Yeah.
because I think at the time I didn't want to like I was worried about emissions and stuff because of misfire detection. But now I'm not even worried about shit, so everything's all disabled. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Turn all those things off. Yeah. No,
But yeah, the
but
clutch is
dude,
great, guys. Clutch Masters is a good clutch. I've used them for over 10 years, about 15 years, and I've never had an issue.
yeah, dude, it's good to see that, man, because like that was one of the things that everyone hated about um like boosting a Honda, that you had to go for like a 6 puck clutch, and their chatter, and
Yeah.
they're not fun to drive around and stuff like that, and everyone kept asking the same questions, like how is it that like a Corvette comes out of the factory with like whatever 500 horsepower, and the clutch feels like a Honda Civic, kind of
Yeah.
really, but like these cars they can't do it, and it's like, what do you want? Dude? It just comes down to design and stuff like that or whatever. Um, but yeah, so you're looking to get the head swap done by when?
Yeah, so it depends on Jose and Nate's schedule, but after next weekend, after the Pocono, they're driving the car down there. I think the only part that they'll be missing at that time will be the head gasket, but by that time, the head gasket should be there because the guy told me mid-October, early to mid-October. So Pocono's October 10th on a Sunday. So hopefully that week they could get the head gasket. So if they get everything following that week, so it'll be October 16th. However long it takes Nate. Nate said it should take about a week, just to take his time, go over stuff and stuff like that. No need to rush. So if they could finish it by then. So only way I could make it a tail drag, well, not only, but to have my car there, if they finish it by that week, and then I could get a tune set for the weekend before Tail of the Dragon.
It's not gonna happen. Don't rush it. Don't do that. Don't do that again, dude.
Yeah. So it just depends how long it'll take them.
Yeah, don't do that again. Just get the car done, dude. I'm telling you, you could always just go to Teledragon, hang out with us, and it's gonna be a good time. Trust me. Like, you could just have a good time, bro. Like, just I'm sure Jose will let you drive one of his machines or whatever. But maybe I don't know. I can't talk. I can't speak for him. Um, it's just one of those things. Like when I was younger, I was like, why would I drive all the way to like South Carolina or North Carolina to drive this road? And like you don't realize it till you do it.
Yeah.
It's it's like a roller coaster ride that could kill you. But then like you know that there's a limit and you don't want to go over that limit. So like um I don't know. I think I behaved last time. But my car would scare me a little bit because that thing can rotate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the back end comes out pretty pretty good.
Yeah, my
But
car doesn't. I mean, I've pushed it, but I'm not. What's your dampener settings on your thing? Did you put on full heart stiffness on front and rear?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
And I
I
left it.
noticed.
I just left it like that. I haven't bothered changing it. I should change it.
So I did that, and yeah, it was too tail happy for my liking. So I softened the front and I made it 35 or 36.
Yeah, 35 is good. I should go back to 35 at least in the rear. Um, and probably drop the front shit too. My
Yeah,
coilovers are not gonna last very long without being all full stiff all the time.
yeah. My rears are full stiff. Yeah, people will be like, "Yo, your car is so bouncy." I was like, I mean, I kind of like it. I don't think it's that bouncy. I think it's fine.
I don't think it is too. It's whatever. To each their own.
Yeah.
Nathan said your car's too stiff.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
why people.
Nathan's problem is he's been driving an Audi for like the past couple years.
I love it. I love like because to me, after driving like my daily, then I get in my car. I'm like, this is why I built the car. Like this is my race
Yeah,
car. This is my it car. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's not my daily, so it's like it fulfills a pleasure. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I like it the way it is. I love it. Only gripe that I have with the car, honestly, is the Honda sucks with the features it doesn't have. And I definitely, I mean, okay, I said I wasn't gonna do anything with the car power wise. I do in the future, looking into Haltech or Motec, just to smooth out my that fucking lag that it still has. It did go away on the safe tune, but as Derek tuned it, I think because he needs to push more fuel and all this stuff, it has that little bit of lag.
yeah,
Um, other than that, it's been good, but that's the only gripe I have is the Honda not having all those features to really fine tune the car. You know what I mean? The
yeah,
drivability.
yeah. Nathan
But
said he had the RSX and he had the whatever Miata, but I'm like, dude, that's like set 10 years ago now. No, do you get soft like you said, like I was driving the Mini Cooper and I'm like, yeah, this car's hell is fun, whatever. But it's still like, and a Mini Cooper is a stiff car.
Yeah.
But then I get in my car and it's like, yeah, baby. Like I know like the Mini is not gonna fulfill the need that the Civic does,
Yeah.
but that's okay. Like that's just what it is, you know.
Yeah. I think what I noticed, so every time I data log my car and then I get those like random knocks, the false knock, I never get knock on full throttle or anything. So every time I do those data logs, it's on the expressway going north or south. And I even thought about making a video to show people how bouncy my car is on the highway because the expressway is kind of bouncy. And every time I've noticed when I hit a hard bounce, the
Yeah,
knock sensor will come up.
yeah.
So I'm thinking, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
No, no. I think you're going that it's so sensitive that like, and I've seen it too. Like you hit a bump, and
Yeah.
either something rattles under your engine or whatever, just like knock. But meanwhile, you look at your air fuel, you look at like it's just like yeah, the air fuel didn't lean out, nothing happened, so why would it knock? Like there's no reason for this shit to knock. And I think
Yeah.
that's those are the features you're looking for from Flash Pro. You used to be able to like tune the knock sensor, and you can't
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just like bullshit. But yeah,
Yeah, I guess because the ninth gen wasn't too sought after and people just didn't give a fuck about them.
yeah,
So
no,
Honda,
and that was not until like I think Honda had to start picking their battles and saying like, okay, which of these sensors um, can we mess with the least or whatever? Like, which one's gonna get us in the most trouble? And I guess I see the connection between like why the knock sensor making emissions worse. Like if you can tune it, because your knock sensor will detune your car.
yeah.
We'll say, oh well, it's knocking like crazy, so so whatever. It's all BS. But that that almost makes no sense because your ignition doesn't change your air fuel ratio.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I'm like going in circles here, but yeah. Sorry to be. Let's see, Nathan. I hit my head on too many times. Yeah, well, Nathan, you got soft. Okay, what do you cats think of the 11th Gen Civic? I hope they do something special with the SI, but I'm afraid. Um, I really hate the 11th Gen Civic,
I
and it's
don't.
because of the Volkswagen Jetta. If you're on the highway and if you see a Jetta fly by, like a 2021, 2022 Jetta, the back end looks exactly like the Civic. And I'm sick and tired of like car manufacturers making their cars look all the same. But as far as the Type R, um, you can only expect these cars to get more dumbed down as time goes on, because you know they're not being encouraged to make really fun cars anymore. Um, and if they do end up making like an all-wheel drive version, because I don't know, they're not gonna put 400 horsepower on the Civic Si. They're just not. Not from the factory. Not yet. Maybe in 10 years. Yeah, and dude, I've seen those cars in person, and I've seen a few YouTubers say like, "Oh, the car looks better in person," and it doesn't.
It's just like a regular car. There's nothing
Yeah,
special about it.
it just blend it. Like I guess if you're smuggling drugs, through state lines, you want to
Yeah.
look like everybody else, that's probably the car for you. And I don't know.
Yeah, it's to me, it's nothing special. I mean, the motors suck. And I think I just think like the younger generation, they just get so excited. They got excited with the 10th gen because it came factory turbo, and then you could just put bolt on it and tune. You're making 300 wheel horsepower. I get all that, but the motor itself sucks. Um, Rods are like puny thin. They had issues with the motor. No VTEC when the SI. I don't think. Only motor that had the VTEC was the Type R.
Yeah.
You know what made Honda great? They innovated back then in the 90s and 2000s, and they always came out with something better. You know, B series was a hit.
The
Then
B
K
series,
series came
great
out.
engine.
No, sorry, F series. The S2000 motor came out. Fucking blew. You know, it was the had the most horsepower per liter for a little while until like Ferrari beat it out. And then, you know, K series came out, and look at those. Those motors are great.
I know.
And now they went with a 1 point whatever liter, 1.5 liter turbo, piece of shit, no VTEC. You know, they're just it's every car company's doing the same thing. Let's put a small little piece of shit motor and put turbo on it, get these people excited. So stupid.
It is stupid. It like it really
I
is.
get the excitement from these people that haven't been in the car game in a long time, or you know, they've just started. I get it. Oh my god, I got a turbo, bolt-on tune, 300 horsepower. I get all that. But to me, that doesn't excite me. You know, it just
Yeah.
doesn't. No one. Let me put it this way: no one's going to put a new Civic motor in no other chassis. You'll see K series motors in S2000s, Porsches, Lotuses, all these other builds, BMWs I've seen. You'll see motor swaps from Hondas to other platforms. But these new motors, no one's swapping in any car. They're shit.
Wait, before you get too carried away though, the Ariel Atom is using the Type R motor right now, and that's just maybe because supply, right? Because they can't just keep saying Honda. You don't have any more like K20 A2 motors laying around. Obviously they have to keep making modern cars with modern engines.
Yeah, of course.
Um, and I did see someone, I think it was VTech Academy, they bought a crate K20C1, the Type R motor, and they put it on like an EK or some shit like that. Um,
Yeah,
so
but
people,
no one.
I just don't see the point of that
The
because
heart of the motor sucks.
no, I
You're not.
agree. I'm with you. But people are doing it. I
People do
think
it.
it's
Yeah, people are going to do it just to do it to get clout, I think. But the motor itself sucks. It just sucks. It's not a you can't. Yeah, no. Okay, what made the K series so good? The average Joe could get a K series for 400 or 500 bucks. Fucking make 500 wheel horsepower on it and be good.
yeah,
A K20 C1, you're gonna spend how much? Thousands of dollars just to make 400 something wheel horsepower? Get out of here. We don't need all that. I can make that on my Z7. It's not. I'm saying there's nothing special about it. Um,
no,
you know what I mean? I mean, of course, you know, new motor. Oh, let's do it here. Let's do it there. Let's swap it in here. Cool. I'd rather give me a K20, give me a K24A2, give me something else. I'll make more horsepower. You know?
yeah, dude. I mean the K20 and the K24A2 were so freaking good. I remember that I easily made 680 wheel horsepower. It was turbo, and it also made like 480 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, it was nuts, dude. Like I was like, everyone's like, dude, why do you put? And at one point, because I was autocrossing. I'm like, okay, big turbo, big horsepower is not great for autocross.
Yeah.
So I went down to like the smallest turbo that I could find. Not the smallest, but like I went down to like a Garrett I went from a GT40R turbo to like a Garrett GT28,
Yeah.
and that's a huge difference. And the car minimum didn't want to make less than 400 horsepower. And we kept like
Yeah.
trying to like detune this shit and just like change wastegate springs and everything. Just like, no, dude, this is a bare minimum 400 horsepower car. And I was like, and I remember being mad, like, man, I wish because I was autocrossing, so like, once the power and torque kicked in, like it was just like spin city, spin city, spin city, or whatever. I really should have just tracked that car. Should have just gave up on autocrossing. Period. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, someone said the new motor sounds like vacuum cleaners. I agree, dude. Everyone
yeah.
just wants to do a pop and bang tune, and they think that that's like the end.
It seems like Honda's going backwards, and like the German cars and all the other manufacturers are going forward. Because now, like, you could make these RS4s 10-second street cars, and BMWs and all these German cars. Like, it seems like they're advancing whatever they're doing with their motors. But it seems like Honda now it's like they're it's like, oh, I got an Accord 2.0 T full bolt on. I'm making 350, 380 wheel horsepower. Whoop de doo. Gives a fuck. Like, okay. And okay, put a little bit more boost. Like your motor's gonna blow. To me, they're like STI motors now. Like
Yeah,
they're good till 350 to 400. Now they blow up. It's trash. There's nothing. Let me put it this way. There's nothing special about the motor. Honda used to be something special. And we in the 90s and 2000s, we used to have this war against domestic cars where these domestic guys were getting beat by four bangers. And it was like this big war. And it's just like, like I don't know, man. It's just different now. It's just different.
yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree. They and they've been doing this for a while. I remember when they discontinued the RSX, I was pissed because their shit was we're only making luxury sedans and luxury SUVs, and we're really gonna spend our money on luxury SUVs. And just
Yeah.
like, dude, you're basically saying F you to your fan base for the last, you know, 20, 30 years. And it's like, thank you for getting us here, but we're not making a car for you anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why I was mad. I mean, like, don't like. I was like, dude, the Integra was an iconic car. The I remember like the Acura Legend, the Acura. I think it was the Acura Vigor or Vigor. I don't
Yeah.
know, Vigor. Like those cars were like those cars were awesome. And then Honda just decided, ah, you know, screw you guys. I mean, obviously they turned the Legend into the TL and whatever. They switched names around, but they're bringing back the Integra. But I have no hopes for that. Like I have no hopes for the new Integra.
Me
And
neither.
I'm until they do something big, then it's like yeah, boohoo. I wouldn't be surprised if they just put a Type R motor in it.
Yeah, that's
Give
all.
it like give it like 10 more horsepower and just say like, yeah, this one makes 310 horsepower, not 300 horsepower from the factory. It's like,
Yeah.
who are you kidding? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. People,
but
but people are gonna buy it just because of the name.
they're gonna buy it because of the name. But anyway, guys, thank you for being patient with us. That was a lot of trying and bullshit with the audio in the beginning, and I'm great. I mean, like there were like you guys hung in there, and like at one point I was like, I want to quit this live stream, but the fact that I saw that people were still connected, they were still like waiting on us, and that meant a lot. I'm sorry Jose couldn't make it today. Jose is swamped, and that's just what it is. I don't think he can afford to put away a couple hours tonight, and also, you know, do the Tail of the Dragon at the end of the month. It's just what it is. I hope I can get him here next time, and next time we'll be talking about the head swap because obviously that's going to be the next big ticket item there.
Yeah, I
And I
think.
look forward, like honestly, dude, like I'm glad you're doing it. You're just like, yeah, screw it. Like I I'm a little not more patient, but I was just like I didn't like my car being down, so I was like, I whatever, I'll drive it, even if it's I only made 430 horsepower, like whatever, I'll stick to that, for a little
Yeah.
while. So that and I wanted to do you were talking about the headers. I got the really expensive header. It's it's still I'm still a few people behind, or there's still a few people in front of me to get that header, and I ordered that header in like March, so that's okay. I don't mind waiting. And what else? the cams. I'll be doing the cams, even though I'm not getting a whatever clutch, a twin disc clutch. But,
Yeah. I think just with this build, I'm just gonna stick with the stock. I think we're gonna go with TSX cams though.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
a nice move.
so yeah, I mean, I just want this to be over and done with. You know, my goal is just to have the head swap and dyno it before it gets too cold, and because this year my car's been down since basically since May, and I didn't really the summer with the car, so I'm kind of like want to enjoy it here, just to have a peace of mind that my car made this amount of horsepower this year, and then so when it starts getting warm by spring, I know my car is ready to go, and I could just take it out there and have no issues with it, you know.
Yeah.
So I just didn't. I don't want my car to be down next year. That's the whole goal. I don't want it. I just want to enjoy all of next year, from spring to fall. So
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. And you know, I got a few videos coming out this week. You guys should see that stuff come out there, and I'm sure Hans has a lot more stuff to talk about. So you'll see some more content from us pretty soon. All right. Good night, everybody.
all right, see you guys.